Hello world, and welcome to George Willis Speak. And you know I'm your host, George Willis. And I'm sitting here with my boy Majestic. We in the ATL. We're in the studio doing some music stuff. He has this new CD coming out called Majestic, The Unsigned Truth. You got to get this CD. And you know how to reach me. If you want to get it, I'll send it to you. So contact me on Facebook. Look up George Willis on Facebook, and I'll make sure you get it. It is banging. Part of this CD reminds me of Outkast, man. They say that you had that Dre thing going on. That's what's up, man. Appreciate so tell us who you are and where you're from.
I'm Majestic, originally from New York, South Side representative of the A, you know what I'm saying? That's where I be at. You can catch me all over Atlanta, east, west, north, south, all that. That's what I do, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's right. That's what's up. How long you been in the A?
Forever, man.
Forever?
Yeah. I am the A now.
That's what's up. Well, check this out. I met Majestic because I'm still doing the Crime Stopper thing with the Inflation Boys. And what's up, Smooth and Bam? And what's up, Miss Moon? And all the people that's been doing big things. And Chris, you know, we up here working on some music stuff because we're revamping the Crime Stopper thing. And we've been working on it, me and Smooth and Bam. And Majestic's coming on board, my son Skeet. And we're going to do some big things. Big ups to Rico with Bad Boy South and Block Entertainment. He's going to be on board with us too. So, but, you know, me, George Willis, I'm always talking about uplifting the community and doing positive things and not staying in trouble and realizing that we are the architect of our destiny and we have endless possibilities, right? We were talking about young men and some of the stuff that they do. We talked about prison and why our young men are going to jail and why they don't fear jail. Why do you think that's so?
Well, really, number one, jail is like the neighborhood. It's like the block. It's like being on the block. You're around a bunch of dudes all day that's talking and shooting. And I can't do that. Cut.
No, go ahead. You good?
Because I was about to curse. That was the problem. Okay. I was trying not to curse. But all right, let's redo that. Do that.
So why do you think the guys are fearing going to jail?
Probably one of the biggest reasons I would say is probably because number one, I guess the consequences of jail.
We've been talking about our young men going to jail, and you brought up a interesting point of why it's so easy for them to go to jail and why they don't fear that.
Well, they don't really fear jail because it's the norm. It's like being on the block every day. It's the same atmosphere.
Oh,
you know, right? It's the same atmosphere. Plus, the consequences of not doing what you have to do to survive every day, you know, kind of outweigh the consequences of jail. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So
it's harder to live free than it is to live in a incarcerated situation.
Right. In certain situations, yes, I would have to say.
Wow.
That.
And they don't fear it because the same people they see on the block they see in jail.
Right. Friends, cousins.
Wow. Wow. So society can't use that as a tool to make these guys stop doing wrong because they don't fear it anymore.
No, I don't think they really ever feared it. You know, you can tell that from history. They go and they get out and they go back. You know, that's pretty much, they don't fear it. I mean, I guess what would really help our community would be knowledge and teaching and training of what to do and how to live life, basically, I guess. You know, it's especially coming from the hood, it's like you only see what you see within the hood. It's like being in a jungle or you're caged in this area and that's all you see. If you don't know about the outside, how will you ever reach the outside, I guess, to a certain extent?
Well, some people will argue that those opportunities are already there. And, well, if they are there, how come they're not reaching the people? How come they're not reaching those specifically?
I guess it's the way that you implement them to people. I mean, we're different. People from the hood look at different things and view things differently. Things that are important to us are different than those that are not in the hood. You know, so I guess it's all about how you implement those opportunities to the youth, to the young hood individuals.
And I guess they just haven't been effective doing that yet.
I mean, that shows. I mean, let's keep it real. It shows that they haven't been.
Now, do you think that's why a lot of the young African American men and white men, white boys and Hispanic boys are more gravitating toward music? Is that something that you see is your way out?
Of course. Of course. I mean, it's just like everything else, especially in the hood. We started with football and basketball and eventually spilled over to music. I mean, anything that we see people we look up to doing to make money, we're going to follow.
Wow.
I mean,
wow.
Of course. I mean,
okay, well, last but not least, what words of encouragement could you give to some young guys that would help them to not see jail as an option?
I guess just think outside the box. I mean, it's a million things that you can do. 1,000,001 things that you can do. It's all about taking the time to learn and to put them together and be creative. I mean, jail, yes, it's just like the hood, but there's no money in jail. There's no women in jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's nothing you get out of jail. I mean, so is it worth it to go to jail? I mean, personally, I like money. You know, and there's no money in jail.
Yeah, and I like my freedom.
Right. That's most important. Freedom first.
Yes.
Then money. I mean, what's money with no freedom?
Right.
You know, I mean, I agree 100%. You know, so I mean, I guess a word of encouragement to the youth is to be smart instead of just, you know, trying to be hard and gangster. I mean, think about the things that you do and the consequences that they have. You know, being gangster is not always about being stupid as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's being smart, right?
Right, it's being smart. It's about becoming something and doing something with yourself, you know.
Exactly.
That's gangster to me.
Well, one of the things, and I have to say, you know, right as we close, is that, you know, you and I are here. We're not in jail. We're not on drugs. We're not selling drugs. You know, we're trying to do positive things, you know, and music seems to be a major out, you know, but so become educated on music. You know, if you like music, read music magazines. I mean, go online and study music, because there are so many aspects to music. Now, Majestic is a heck of a lyricist, okay? I'll put him in the class with Tupac and Biggie and all that, but that's not really why I came to him. I came to him for production, and he's going to help me with production, but as a result of him helping me with production, it's going to help him with his lyrics, you know, and we're going to do some real positive stuff, and we're going to continue to try to be examples of God's goodness, you know, and positive things, and the God of your understanding, not the biblical God and that's going to strike you down if you don't do something right. You know, there's a power out there greater than all of us, so I'm just out there looking to try to be the best person that I can be and tell kids that anything's possible and the sky's the limit, right? Yeah. And we're going to shoot for the stars, my brother.
Think big.
Yes.
Think very, very big.
All right. Know? And George Willis is going to continue to speak.